Hey guys, so if you want to know what 7 things you should be ticking off in your life to make sure that you're on track to being super wealthy, what are the 7 things rich people have that poor people don't buy? This is what you need to know. Make sure you've subscribed to my channel and make sure you listen right now. Hey guys, so 7 things I've written down. Now this is a request I've had from some of my Instagram viewers to say, what are the 7 things, what topics, what kind of things do rich people buy, how do I know if I'm doing the right things in life, etc. So many people reach out to me to find out whether they're on track with their financial planning in life. And of course, I don't advise, I only give you my point of view. What you do with this knowledge is up to you. Okay, so this is my personal view on 7 things that people should buy if you're rich. If you're wealthy, these 7 things you should be ticking off and say, yeah, got it. If you're on the right track, you will have got every single one of these 7 things. So what are they? Number 1, wealthy people buy assets. Assets are things that will create you wealth, that will often create you a passive income, that will go up in value, whether you're sleeping, doing something else, it will consistently go up in value. An asset is the opposite of a liability. Now, this is the most basic financial knowledge that you need to know in life. Well, before you spend any money, ask yourself, what am I buying here? Is this an asset? Is this a liability? What's a liability? A liability is a typical thing that you see rich people flaunting, which is absolutely fine because they've got enough assets to justify liabilities. But they are things like cars that are not, the antique types, or the ones that are not going up in value. A normal thing like a car, all the stuff you see, the material stuff, so stuff I don't even need to tell you about, because liabilities are 10 to a penny. People tend to have, rich people have less liabilities and have way more assets. This is what you need to focus on. For example, a 10-to-1 ratio of asset versus liability is what you should be aiming for. If you are starting off 3-to-1, so have 3 times the asset value, which creates 3 times the passive income to pay for one of the liabilities. So if your liability is costing you, I don't know, $2,000 a month, then you've got to ask yourself, I need to find $6,000 in passive income via assets. That's the first thing you need to do. Okay, so go out and create assets. If you want to ask me what assets are, well, that's something that I teach you guys at my events. Make sure you click one of the links below, or even the webinars, and you'll find out exactly how that works. The second thing a wealthy person has that a poor person won't have, okay, I hate using the word poor, but it's just going to be used in contrast for a wealthy thinking person and a poor mindset. So let's just play it with that. Anyway, second thing that I've written these down, so I'm going to have a look at my list. The second thing I wrote down that wealthy people have, and this again is very much what I do. All of these 7 things are personal to me, so I've picked out what things I would do and therefore what a wealthy person does. And the second thing is effectively paying yourself first. If you want to go, most people, the poor mindset is this: you get paid, I don't know, a wage every month or whenever you get paid, and the first thing you do is pay the bills and pay your outgoings, I don't know, rent, mortgages. People think about like their phone bill, the car bills, whatever. So they put that in first, which is actually exactly why you are going to stay poor, because you're giving that control of your money to all the bills. Whereas a wealthy person will pay themselves first. They will say, I'm already going on holiday. I'm doing, I'm booking the holiday. I'm booking this trip for myself, or I'm buying this for myself, because one, they've bought all their assets and they've got enough passive income coming through, and secondly, they're not worried about money going out because they've got enough coming in. But now, a lot of the time people ask me, well, if I haven't got enough money coming in, how am I going to change this? Well, I'm going to ask you to do it anyway. Put a bit of money aside first for you, and then start paying the bill. So the first direct debit that comes out, so if you've got direct debits going out, I want you to put direct debit in place that will go straight to a personal savings account or a personal bank account, something that goes straight to you first, and then the bills come out second. Do that, make it a habit, even if it starts off with a small amount, but you'll see the shift is that you will go from being controlled by money to being in control of money. So that's number 2. Number 3 is simple. When you order an Uber, wealthy people will never buy, or often not go for anything other than an Uber Lux. Now, this doesn't mean I've never gone into an Uber X or an exec, okay? I'm not being stuck up. I'm just saying that what you need to do is go for an Uber Lux, because that will put you into that mindset of, yeah, luxury. You know, I don't need to be. The mindset behind an Uber X versus an Uber Lux is very, very different. Try it. If you haven't done it, just treat yourself and see what it feels like. When you feel like you deserve the good life, trust me, your brain will be wired to think, okay, well done for trying so hard. I'm going to carry on doing the good stuff because you're rewarding me for it. Same as a dog getting a treat. You got to treat yourself. So it's not being stuck up. It's not saying that wealthy people don't go into like, a cab from London or an Uber X. It does happen at times, but by choice they will always pick the luxurious thing because it's a state of mind that comes with it. The next thing which wealthy people do that poor people don't is very much linked to the Uber X mindset, is being part of a private members club. Now, private members clubs are exclusive members clubs, and the better you pick one, the better your mindset will be, and the caliber of people you're around is super different. Now, I'm a big believer in private members clubs, just because if you got to pick a time to work, like a lot of people work from home these days, and if you are working in a Costa or working in a Pret or I don't know, somewhere really public, really like anyone can walk through the door, kids, people screaming, shouting, talking about EastEnders or talking about really low caliber activities, then unfortunately it will affect your mindset and the kind of creativity your brain can achieve when it comes to like thinking strategically in business or thinking like a wealthy person, So very much wealth is a byproduct of who you are, and the byproduct of who you are starts with how you think. So please don't underestimate the surroundings and the environment that you're in. So everyone's been to a nice place before and thought, oh wow, I really feel like executive. I feel very much you feel on top of the world. I want you to feel on top of the world. So give yourself a private members club. Pay that money to a private members club. I don't care how much it is, it's worth every penny. And is worth, the waiting list sometimes. So get into a private members club, guys. That's what you need to do. Next, rich people pay a lot of money for good advice. Now that could come in the form of like a very expensive business consultant. I've paid hourly rates which are ridiculous just for the advice on a public company structure. For example, I take companies public, so something that in case you don't know what I do, so my journey started from university, went to property, I had mentors every step of the way. I paid a lot of money for good advice. Now, mentors are the people that know stuff you don't. In a nutshell, they've done that industry, or they're working in that industry for a lot longer than you have, and therefore they've got the expertise to tell you what to look out for. A mentor saves you money, so paying that money to a mentor or a consultant or someone that can give you the advice that you can't always get is so important. I literally swear by it, I live by it. If you're a chemical engineer kind of person, think of a catalyst. They are a catalyst to your success, and I really don't think I'd be where I am today at such a young age, especially when I was 25. I had so many properties already. I still have them, by the way, but I wouldn't have got there had I not got mentors. Then, when I discovered financial trading in 2008, I tried it myself, failed miserably. Then when I got myself a mentor back in 2009, I realized how much I had not got in my head. So I didn't have that information. I couldn't find it on the internet. I couldn't find it anywhere. And having that mentor was a lifesaver. They're expensive, but they're worth everything because they'll save you more money. That the money you lose with the mistakes is far more expensive than the money you pay for a mentor. So pay for a mentor, pay for a consultant, pay for good advice. Stop being so cheap. And every month, think, have I spent this money on advice? Have you got a coach? Have you got something every month you need to pay out to get good advice? If you guys don't know where to start, of course, and I mentor people, I've even been a peak performance coach for Credit Suisse, so private bankers, private wealth bankers who are making a lot of money, trust me, and I still have the power to coach them on a lot of things about mindset, etc. So trust me when I talk about high level consultancy, I'm fully able to get people from A to B, and that's my expertise because I'm obsessed with human behavior psychology. So make sure you get a mentor. If you haven't got one, work with me. Click on the links below. Next, number 6, a will. Make sure you have a will. If you're going to build wealth, start off with something. You're going to have to create wealth somewhere. Once you structure a will in place, it makes you understand assets, it makes you understand liabilities, it also makes you understand succession planning. Very much a rich person kind of thinking, because you know, everyone's going to die one day, which is the truth. So please, please, please don't forget to actually put your money in a safe place, put it in a structure that's going to work when you're not around. Having a will is very important. Plus, it will make you understand the people in your life. Are they going to take advantage of you, etc.? Make sure you protect yourself. And last but not least, but very much linked to that, is having a trust fund. Wealthy people will always put money into a trust fund, because that's the most efficient way to protect your wealth from all sorts of interesting things that can happen in life. Opportunists, you know, things going wrong in life. If you protect your assets, you have zero fear about, you know, losing things. Most people are worried about, poor people are worried about, oh, I don't want to do that, it's too risky, I might lose XYZ, I might lose my home, I might lose this. Well, if you had none of these worries, trust me, you would be doing full speed ahead. Like, your mindset would be full speed ahead, and you would be achieving things because you're not worried about losing. So stop the I don't want to lose mentality and think, what's the next win? What am I going to win? So take on that advice. I hope that helped you guys. 7 things rich people do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you come and see me at my events. Make sure you jump on any of the webinars. Check the links below. They keep on changing. Our offers keep on changing in terms of what I give you guys as an opportunity to work with me. And of course, if you want to take yourself to the next level, you need to be working with me. So speak to you guys soon, and see you in the next video. Bye.